I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Vita and Chip and Gulpy. Vin just came up with an awesome shirt idea.
Hey, I'm gonna send that to Leah.
Oh yeah, she's gonna like that.
Leah, we're gonna we've got a new Vin and Sori shirt and hat combo coming out. I will send it to you personally. If you want it, sister, it's yours.
She's not gonna want that.
But
there are plenty of other people that will want it.
We are coming out with a new design. Currently, this is our current design, and Sori's never on brand, so you don't know what we have to offer.
You can go to the store and see my Sori shirts there.
AGALLOCH. We did one song, In the Shadow of Our Pale Companion. Mm-hmm. You remember that one?
No.
Yeah, we really like that song. But
oh wait. Was that the one with the music video with the guy in the woods?
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, this was actually from the website. So I went to the website to see what was there for underground shows, and this one caught my attention. Actually, it was the name. You Were But a Ghost in My Arms.
Well, it's cool because that's on the same record of In the Shadow of Our Pale Companion.
Oh.
I guess that was the second song. So here we are.
Well.
So AGALLOCH, this was requested on the website.
Yeah.
The underground.
Yep. You can go on the website and you can put in song requests, and then it builds a percentage of which one is the most voted for. We caught
up with our Patreon picks, so now we have the liberty.
Yeah, for like 2 days, and then we're back at it.
Then but we got the website. Website's a good way to get. It definitely hits the short list.
Yeah, but
once we see the bar.
Yeah, the black bar increasing, but it's not a guarantee either. Like there might be one on there that has a big long black bar, but we're just not doing that one at this point or whatever. So don't expect and demand it to be so, bud.
All right.
Ready?
I'm very distracted because of this.
I know you are.
It's such a brilliant
You're so
idea.
entertained by it.
I'm very, very entertained by it. For sure.
Go.
What'd you think? What'd you think? What'd you think? What'd you think?
It was long. So it was a long.
About a minute and a half too long.
Yeah, about that.
There was one part in the middle where it was like an instrumental section, and I just didn't think there was enough variation to justify how long that middle section was. I was kind of like, sometimes we just did it with the Iron Maiden. There was a big section when they were just doing instruments, but I mean, it was Maiden, and it was like I felt like it was justified. It was warranted.
Right. Yeah.
But this one, it was kind of, I don't know. I hate doing that. I hate picking it apart like that. It's just,
I know.
It's the reason why I felt like the song is a little bit too long. Sometimes you can do that instrumentally and it works, and other times it doesn't. I just thought this one went a bit too long.
This part when they sung that part with each passing day a deeper groove.
Yeah. You looked over.
I like this. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. That was a deep line.
Yeah.
What do you think my favorite line was in this song?
Oh gosh, I wouldn't have a clue. Fuck, I'd have to read the whole thing over. Is it obvious? What is it? Okay, wait. Show me the
stanza?
Yeah, show me the stanza that it's in. It's in this first one?
Yeah.
Okay, like snowfall you cry a silent storm. Your tears paint rivers on this oaken wall. Amber nectar, misery. What's that word?
Ichor.
Cascading in streams of hallowed form. For each stain a forsaken shadow. It's either line 2, your tears paint rivers on this oaken wall, or 3, amber nectar. This one, amber nectar, misery, Cora. Because I don't know what it means, so since you're so smart, you probably know what it means, and so it was the most meaningful.
No.
Okay. Well, wait. What does it mean?
I don't even know what ichor is.
Oh, okay. So then I guess I'm gonna have
It's probably the word where we get licorice from. We'll see. So which one was it?
Well, I liked your tears paint rivers on this oaken wall, but probably with you. All right, cascading in streams of hallowed form.
No!
What?
The very first line.
Like snowfall you cry a silent storm?
That was such a good one. Because you could have a snowstorm, but it's quiet.
Yeah, that's true. I can see why you would like that.
You know what I mean? That's brilliant.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was the most brilliant line I've read all week.
That's true. I should have looked for brilliance, not beauty.
Well, it is beautiful.
No,
what are you talking about?
The word like cascading in streams of hallowed form has a really poetic sound to it. Like snowfall you cry a silent storm. Like, yes, I see what you're saying, but...
I had a friend one time, and she was, she's struggling with depression like all of us were in high school, and she started crying. We were just talking like normal, blah, 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 and then she just started crying. There was nothing. And I'm like, Kaylin, are you okay? I was like, hey. And she goes, it's fine, it's just a sun shower. I never forgot that. That was so, like the way she put it was so brilliant. It's just a sun shower, she said.
So she was happy?
No, she was crying. And
I don't get that.
She would just cry for no reason.
So she felt like she was fine, but she'd be crying.
Well, I mean, it's from our perception. She looked completely fine. We weren't talking about anything depressing or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and she'd be crying. And she said, oh, it's fine. It's just a sun shower. But I thought that was so brilliant.
Yeah.
Kaylin was literally the most intelligent human being I have ever ran into in my entire life. Literally. She was brilliant. I mean, she's still around. She's brilliant. If you're out there, you're brilliant. I love you. I'm sorry. But the way that I was like, oh my gosh, the genius. You know what a sun shower is,
yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, it would just rain randomly and then stop, and the sun's still out and all that.
Yeah.
I just thought that was the most brilliant thing I've ever heard in my life. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then we went on, whatever, everything was fine. I couldn't understand.
Wow.
I think she was just too smart for her emotions or something, I don't know. But
well, sun showers are confusing.
Well, yeah, and it was pretty much like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't solve the problem because, to this day, I'm like, well, why was she doing that?
Yeah.
But it was like literally the perfect definition of what was happening, because there was nothing that preceded it, and then after, you wouldn't even have been able to tell. You know? But this is weird. But that line, I love, because there's a lot of ironies about nature. A sun shower is ironic. And
a winter storm is.
The fact that you can have a giant storm that has like mega consequences but fall completely silent in a snowstorm.
Oh yeah.
That's massively ironic to me.
No, it's true. It's true.
It's C.S. Lewis. I was listening to Sproul Jr. who did this thing about C.S. Lewis, and the big thing about Lewis was that he was amazed by the world.
Yeah.
You listened to an interview one time about a guy who's basically the Nathan Wilson guy, who's basically an intellectual descendant of C.S. Lewis. But remember the guy was like, you've got this rock, and the rock's been around for 10,000 years.
I really liked that. Yeah.
And, you know, this rock has been around since God created the world, and and like the wonder of like,
weird.
You know, and so a line like that, like that's really deep to me, because we and you know, people prove there's a God and blah 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 blah. You know, you're a magical God, and people don't realize like you're surrounded by magic, but you're just so used to it that you don't realize.
Yeah, you said it when you took that picture.
Like this is a massive storm.
Yeah,
could kill you, and you can't hear it. Like it's more dangerous. You know, you get a thunderstorm and all this hype, and like for all intents and purposes, it's like okay, like what? A centimeter of water on the ground, and yet you can snow. It can snow, and you wouldn't hear a thing. There'd be no hype. There'd be no. But
even your death would be silent. And
then you open the door, and you know have you're up to your knees in snow. It's like, so that irony is massively mysterious to me, and there, you know, emotions operate like that. You know, sometimes you have like the major, rah, and it's a thunderstorm, but it's only a centimeter deep, and then other times it's extremely quiet, but there's a storm. And so that line was, I was like, whoa, whoa. I wish they would have developed the entire theme of the song to just be around that, because of like, there's so many different places you can go there lyrically. Plus they had the little moose, and it's like winter outside with the moose. So... You know, but there are other things that the guy wanted to say, and who am I to say that? But that was just one of the most brilliant lines in the history of line writing. I just thought it was amazing. It was amazing to me.
No, it is. Once you pointed it out, I was like, yeah, that's true.
So it seems like their relationship ended. She says, "Why did you leave me to die? Why did you abandon me?"
Do you think she's talking?
I think it's her.
Oh, I thought he was talking.
Well, the reason I'm saying it's her, because he says, each night I lay awakened by her shivering silent voice.
Oh, yeah.
It pierces a solitude like that of a distant scream in the pitch black forest of my delusion. And then you see the quotes. So I'm assuming she's saying that because he left her, which is why she's crying.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Which is why she's crying.
Yeah.
You know, but it doesn't look like... Yeah, I've been in relationships where it was extremely volatile and very rah, and then, you know, not so much. But this one, like, there was a lot of...
What raw?
Raw, just a lot of, you know, thunder and lightning, but, you know, an inch of precipitation on the ground, you know what I mean? But this girl seemed... He defines her as fierce. No fire burns fiercer than her desire. But she's extremely subtle with how she expresses that ferocity, because she cries a silent storm. And I think that type of dichotomy in one person is extremely fascinating to me. That he was with this girl. It's like, what's wrong with you, man?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, obviously the relationship didn't work out.
What do you mean? What's wrong with him? That he left her?
Yeah. You think he's gonna run into some girl like this ever again in his life? Probably not. This is probably the only girl he's ever written a song about. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Don't you think that a lot of girls are like that though?
No.
What do you mean?
No. I don't think a lot of girls like that. Like that? Like how he's describing her?
I know lots of girls that feel a lot of things really deeply, but don't put them out in words. They just internalize them.
Well, she doesn't internalize. She's not internalizing them. See, that's the irony. She's not internalizing. She's crying.
What's she doing?
She's crying, but it's a silent storm.
Oh.
It's visible to him that she's upset, but it's a silent storm. There's a storm inside of her, but she's expressing herself, but she's doing it in such a way that, you know, she's extremely intense, but I don't think that he can match her intensity. See? Mm-hmm. I damn this old guy, damn her sorrow. So he can't handle her feelings, so that bear the ghosts of those I've thrown away. Apparently she was one in a whole line of people. I was going to
say, she wasn't the only one.
Yeah, right. I'm tempted. The sweet brandy wine, too, was a good line to me. I taste her pain sweet, sweet like brandy wine. Go ahead.
Though tempted I am to caress her texture divine. What is he talking about? Like the memory of her? Indulge in the memory of her?
Well, I think she's still available to him, but he knows that he can't deal with her emotionally, so he's just gonna, even though she's extremely beautiful or whatever it is, he's trying to decide to fully and finally completely cut her off because he doesn't want to make that type of investment in her, it seems.
Wow. Okay. Well then what about okay, so then that stuff makes sense. Like snowfall you cried a silent storm. No tears stain this dust in my hands.
Right.
What is the dust? Is that the ashes from burning the place down? I don't understand what the dust is.
Right, because he's talking about burning these corridors.
But from this ashen gray, her voice still whispers my name.
Right. She's not close enough for her tears to fall into his hands. Which is good irony,
wow.
Right? Because the ash would be staining his hands.
Yep.
But the tears would be staining the ash in a sense. But she's still there.
What's that word mean? You were the
lugubrious spirit. I have no idea. Who haunted the
You what?
The oak of wonder, and you were the geist that warmed this frozen.
Wait, what does it mean?
The geist?
No, this word.
Oh, I had no idea what that is.
Wait, what? It's a moment, people.
That happens all the time.
Not that often. Not often enough.
It's a myth that I know everything. But
Okay, well, make a guess. Tell me what you guess it means.
Probably has something to do with light. Geist, I'm not sure, but then you have poltergeist.
You know what it reminded me of?
So geist probably means spirit.
Okay, it reminded me of the word voluptuous. Can you look it up? I want to
Voluptuous?
see. Yeah, like kind of like full and. Show me what it means.
What?
That's what it
Like
reminded me of.
voluptuous?
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Can you look it up? Look up the word. What did you say it was?
I said something to do with light. It looks like it.
Okay.
But you're saying what now?
Like a full spirit.
There it is. Looking or sounding sad and dismal.
We're both wrong.
Mournful, gloomy, sad, unhappy, doleful, and glum.
Okay. Okay, so scroll down again so we can see what it says about that.
So up there it says, you are the lugubrious spirit, etched in the oak of wonder. You are the sullen voice and silent form. So that matches that. And then it says there that you are the lugubrious spirit who haunted the oak of wonder. You are the geist that warmed this frozen storm.
This frozen silent storm.
I wonder what geist means. Like I said, you know poltergeist?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's some sort of spirit or something.
That warned. Yeah, that's what I would have guessed. Is the spirit.
The spirit.
Yeah. You were the geist that warned this frozen silent
I think
storm.
it's a misprint. It's probably warmed. W-A-R-M-E-D.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. I mean, that's
So when he says, you were but a ghost in my arms, is he saying even when he had her, he didn't really have her because of her sorrow?
Well, he didn't have her because he never... Well, it keeps saying warned. W-A-R-N-E-D. All the other lyric options I have say warned.
Well, maybe what it's saying is now he's in a frozen silent storm. So she's the ghost that warns him. Like, don't leave me, the whole...
Yeah.
What? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. What?
I'm just breathing.
But this dude is interesting because I put warmed in there for a correction and it goes right back to warned. So it's warned. W-A-R-N-E-D.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's one of those relationships that just, it was never going to work out. Her feelings were just too intense for this guy, I think, and she was too much of a sullen. She was too sullen. That, you know, there's a lot of self-awareness in the song where he's like, man, he wishes it could have worked out because she's, you know, he's a very artsy dude, obviously,
Yeah.
and I'm sure she had a lot of art and beauty in her soul. It's just, she's too sad all the time. You're like that with me. It's true. Because when I get upset or depressed or something like that, it's very difficult for you. So,
It is.
there you are. That's why I'm like, what's wrong with you? And you're like, well, that makes a lot of sense.
Wait, what?
I was saying, what's wrong with this guy? And you're like, what? What's the problem?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, what do you give the song?
Oh, whew. Jeez. Well, because it was too long, I was kind of docking it for that because it felt a little bit lengthy. But then when you went over the lyrics, that bumps it up because I really liked what it was about. So I think I'm 8.9.
Is this a black metal band? It's saying here they're a black metal band. Okay.
Really?
It's a 9. I wish they would have. I wish they would have. It's probably an 8.5 for me, to be honest with you. I love the lyrics, and I like the music. There was just too many time between the sections that I wanted. Mm-hmm. You know.
He's artsy with his lyrics, though.
He is. He is. Very intelligent brother.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
I'm sure he is.
So,
2002. Inshallah. Inshallah he's still alive.
Yeah.
All right. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.